All right, so today we're diving into something a little different and honestly pretty tricky.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a tough one.
It's one of those situations where, a listener wrote in with this predicament and, well, it's about trust, or rather the lack of it.
And a ring.
Yeah, a ring that showed up in the most inconvenient spot imaginable.
Causing quite the marital conundrum.
Exactly. So our mission today, if you want to call it that, is to sort of untangle this whole mess using just the details our listener gave us. No easy feat, right?
Not at all, but hey, that's what we do here.
So the story goes like this. The listener's wife took his car for a trip, figured it'd save mileage on hers. Makes sense so far.
Practical thinking.
Right. Well, about 3 days into her being gone, she finds this ring.
Okay, and where was this ring exactly?
Picture the center console cup holder.
Oh boy, a shared space.
The very one they both use constantly, and he swears it was empty when she left.
So right off the bat, we've got some juicy details. The location of the ring, the timing, it all points to a very specific window of time.
Exactly. And of course, the listener is adamant that no other woman has been in his car, especially not one who wears jewelry.
Well, that seems pretty straightforward.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But here's where it gets even wilder. The ring belongs to his buddy's girlfriend.
Oh wow, so there's actually an explanation.
Not just an explanation, he has the screenshots to prove it.
Yeah.
The girlfriend even confirmed it's hers.
Okay, so we've got the listener's word and external confirmation.
Yeah.
What's the issue then?
The wife isn't buying it at all. She's convinced he's been unfaithful and, well, he's feeling trapped. Can't even talk to his friends about it.
That's understandable. It's a delicate situation, and feeling like you're not being heard by the person you love is incredibly frustrating.
Absolutely. And this is where we get to the heart of it. How did that ring get there in those 3 days? It's the question no one seems to have the answer to. And, we only have his side of the story. It'd be interesting to hear her perspective on why the explanation isn't enough.
Yeah, that's a big piece of the puzzle. We're missing her side of the story, her reasons for not believing him. Is there a history of broken trust, perhaps? Or could there be other underlying issues influencing her perception?
That's a great point. It's easy to focus on the ring itself, but there's always more to the story, isn't there? Maybe past experiences or insecurities are playing a role. We can't know for sure, but it's definitely worth considering.
Definitely. I think what's really striking here is how easily circumstantial evidence like finding a ring can outweigh a direct explanation, even with proof.
Yeah, it really makes you think about the nature of trust and how easily it can be broken, especially when emotions run high.
And how those emotions can make it difficult to see things objectively, even when presented with facts.
So to recap, our listener is in a tough spot, facing serious accusations despite offering what seems like a plausible explanation and even concrete proof.
And the fact that his wife's doubt is so persistent really highlights that disconnect between what he believes to be true and what she's feeling. It speaks to a deeper issue within their relationship, something beyond just this one incident.
This whole situation raises a lot of questions for us, too. As outsiders looking in, we see the evidence, we hear his side, but there's clearly a missing piece. And that's her perspective, her experience.
Which makes you wonder what's going on beneath the surface. What past hurts or unresolved issues could be feeding into this lack of trust? It's rarely as simple as just one object or one event.
Exactly. So to our listener out there, consider this. How much weight are you giving to that initial piece of evidence, the ring versus the explanation and the girlfriend's confirmation? What might exploring those deeper emotions, those underlying dynamics reveal about the situation?
It's a powerful reminder that sometimes even the most logical explanation isn't enough to mend a broken trust, especially when there are deeper-rooted issues at play.
And sometimes the answer isn't just about proving innocence, but about understanding the root of the doubt and working through that together.
Absolutely. It's about communication, empathy, and a willingness to see things from each other's perspective, even when it's hard.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that's what we're here for, right? To try and make sense of these complicated situations.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe this deep dive will give our listener, and maybe even some of you out there, a new way to approach those tough conversations.
Because at the end of the day, relationships are all about navigating those complexities together.
Well said. Couldn't agree more.